So what are we on? Episode 101? So after getting on the most epic of background pony episodes, we're suddenly back to the main 6 and Spike episodes. And this time we got a Spike episode this time around. And this one's called Princess Spike. I'll be surprised if they don't swap bodies. If you get the reference, that is. Anyways, Princess Spike is the name of this week's episode. And basically the plot of this one is that basically Twilight Sparkle is sleep deprived. And basically Spike does all he can to basically keep the whole town of Camelot from making a whole lot of noise. In doing so, he winds up making all these, winds up trying to hold back everyone by telling people to stop cutting down trees or stop fixing everything. Whether it be cutting down a tree which he's allergic to, stop fixing a pipe, or whatever the sorts may be. Does that in the order. Next thing you know, there's suddenly like ponies that are coming up that are suddenly like, we're wondering what Twilight's thinking about. And then suddenly he starts making orders on her behalf. Like, she's not awake or anything, but he starts making orders as if he is her. Like, he just goes into the store, goes inside the bedroom, waits a few seconds, and then goes outside and just says, I approve of this, or I disapprove of that. That's how it works. And he does this constantly on and on and on. So here's something that actually did catch my eye during this episode. A Fargo reference. Like, an animator literally slipped in a pony that not only looked like one of the characters from Fargo, but also talked like Fargo. And literally, as soon as they went that route, I was like, this just suddenly turned into a Saturday morning version of Fargo. Except the only thing that's missing is Steve Buscemi. And the other guy goes like, oh yeah. Well, anyways. As soon as he starts making orders on his behalf, suddenly the whole town starts going a little bit psychotic. And things start going a little bit out of hand. And by out of hand, I mean everyone starts complaining about, like, certain situations going on, such as the tree's not getting cut and the pipe starts to break and everything, the ballroom floods and everything. And he starts basically taking Twilight's orders and starts thinking about himself. Like, there's one part where he's literally painting himself into a portrait and such. And of course everything goes wrong when, as I stated, he basically fills the ball when the ballroom starts to flood. Like, literally flood and fill the entire room with, believe it or not, with water, where the statue from earlier on in the episode, I probably should have mentioned this earlier on, as Spike was talking to an earlier pony, is in there, but unfortunately the tree that Spike's allergic to winds up crumbling into 1,000 pieces, as literally the entire town starts blaming Twilight for this, as the whole town races up to her room to, immediately blame her. It's the entire situation. Of course, Spike, in this situation, gets the townsfolk's attention and starts literally apologizing for his mistake on his behalf for this entire situation. As they wind up building the statue and dedicate it to the entire town. But unfortunately, they bring the statue, they bring those flowers, and of course, we get no answers on whether he accidentally sneezes that statue again. I like the lesson and all, but I don't know if I've seen this before or not. I don't know if it's me, or if it's... I don't know if it's me, or if I've seen this episode earlier on in the series, or if I've seen this from another show, but I swear I've seen this lesson before. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but Fargo Pony. Whoever voiced that pony, I give you props. I've got no rating for this one, folks. I still need to think upon this, because, yeah, I just don't know what else to say on this one, on this behalf. I just don't know what else to say on the behalf of this episode. Like, I swear I've either seen this episode before, or if this is like an entirely new episode. So I swear it's like past 8:30 at the moment that I'm taking a look at this, but I swear, I swear to you on behalf of my heart, I ain't leaving the show. You know, I ain't going the Tommy Oliver route. Look, if I come back to you guys next week, I'll take a look at this episode again. If I find myself enjoying the episode, if I do find myself enjoying the episode, I'll definitely give you guys a description of what I do think about it, and I'll give you guys my rating and final thoughts through either the description or next week's episode. Does that sound good to you? Okay, good. So, hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts on this episode, and I hope you enjoyed the convention vlogs that I posted through throughout this week and last week. And I had a good time editing the vlogs. And yeah, it was definitely a good time editing these here vlogs. But anyways, I hope you guys hope next week's episode is really good, and I hope I don't get myself jogged up into this kind of situation here ever again. But yeah, so I'm the Fub Guy, and I'll see you guys next week for the all-new episode. Whatever that may be, because, again, I'm a doof and I shut off my box to avoid copyright. Which, I don't know how I managed to get away with it at my Everfree Northwest vlogs. Though for some odd reason, the cosplay contest vlogs, though the cosplay contest montage got a copyright there, I don't know, there was either sheer luck or the copyright bots are just a bit of a slugs or some, just a bit of a slugheads or something, or just a bunch of slugheads or something. But I'm getting off topic. Anyways, see you guys next week for the all-new episode. So long.